Okay, let's see some examples of these two things, and then you can start learning them cold, just like I told you. Let's say the rule together. When I see a pronoun underlined, I must track down the noun. Hopefully you're not in some library where someone's telling you to shush, okay? Just tell them to be quiet. You're learning grammar. Okay. See what noun the pronoun is supposed to be filling in for. Here's an example of the wrong pronoun. The motorcycle club raced by us in a cloud of dust, semicolon. I did not understand their hurry, okay? A would be no change, calling the club there. B is its, C is it apostrophe s, and D is delete. Okay, if you've been listening to me, you know that you should first check the delete option. That does not work because we can't say, I did not understand hurry. Okay, you sound like a computer. Now let's look at A. There refers to several people, but in this sentence, we're talking about the club. One thing, we're talking about an it. So if we look at C, that means it is, and so we know the answer is B. Okay, we're going to come back to the its in a minute, but we know it's an it, okay? Most commonly, the ACT gives you a singular noun that most people would think of as plural, like a school or an animal species. They love that for some weird reason. Or the word audience or collection. Here's an example. The University of Alabama won its 5th championship. Oh, maybe I should say the Ohio State. Not there, okay? Or here's another example. The dolphin is found in the Pacific. Okay, it is a remarkable animal, not they. Okay, here's another one. The Cherokee is an awesome Native American tribe. It still survives, not they still survive. Okay, it's written English, guys, not spoken English. You got to learn it. So that lesson about plural nouns that the ACT singular comes to play, I usually tell people if you see an it, check out whether it should be a they. If you see a they, check out whether they should be an it. Okay, that's a very easy way to catch them in this trick. Okay, now let's look at A. There refers to several people, but in this sentence we are talking about the club, so we're talking about an it. Just to review that example, we knew to track down the noun. If we read the sentence and we're not clear that what the pronoun is doing, because it could be more than one joker doing it, then we have to clear it up and we have to say that who we're talking about or what we are talking about instead of using the shortcut pronoun, okay? You are not allowed to use a pronoun if the reader is going to be confused about what you're representing with that short word. If I'm looking at a group of male students and I say, he needs to come here. And everyone's like, who? Me? You guys don't know who I'm talking to, okay? And which one needs to step forward and see if they're in trouble with me, okay? Here's an example of an unclear pronoun. The city cleared the nature trail and paved it so they would have a peaceful place to hike and bike. Okay, A, no change. B, knowing they. C, that they, or D, people. Now, right off the bat, when you read that sentence, you should have thought to yourself, I don't know who they're talking about. So let's check that out. They cannot work because a city is a singular noun. You should be starting to get that now. If you aren't, think about this. Okay, you're going to see a concert and the band has 4 members. You don't have to buy a ticket from each one of those members. You buy one ticket for the whole band, okay? So it is a group of 4 people, but we treat it as a singular thing. Okay, now that we have that clear, let's go back to the problem. We know that B and C are also incorrect because we've talked about it having to be clear. So the answer has to be D. All right, so let's review pronouns. Rule number 1, everybody say it, track down the noun. Make sure that it's the right one and make sure that you need it. The most common pronouns, I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they, me, us, him, her, them. You kind of should have a feeling for what they are. Okay, now we can move on, if you're ready, to Grammar Rule 6. And I promised you we'd get to the its. IT apostrophe S and ITS. You need to write this down and learn it. Now stay with me here as we learn the IT rule. Okay, write this down and memorize it for life, and you'll never have to get it wrong again. Ready? Here we go.